In this episode of FTD Facts, we take a look at one of our favorite countries to explore and the country that has our largest viewership right now, India. You'll be surprised to know that India and the Indian inventions and discoveries were extremely important in shaping the modern world that we have today. Thanks for joining me here on another episode. My name is Leroy Kenton, and now this video was requested by one of you guys actually. Vikas Bishnoi sent us an email and said, hey, you guys should do a video on Indian inventions and discoveries. So we're like, okay, cool. And what he also did was sent us in facts to help contribute to this episode. So thanks, Vikas. You are our official co-producer of this episode. But before we start off with the inventions and discoveries, I want to know, guys, what do you love most about Indian culture? Let me know down there. I love the food. Oh my goodness, I could use some samosas and some gulab jamun right now. So the first of 10 discoveries and inventions that I'm going to be highlighting in this episode is gravity. An Indian mathematician by the name of Aryabhata first discovered the force to explain why objects don't fall when the earth rotates. Another Indian mathematician, Brahmagupta, he described gravity as an attractive force and used the term Gurutvakarshan for gravity. Aryabhata developed a geocentric solar system of gravitation and an eccentric elliptical model of the planets, where the planets spin on their axes and follow the elliptical orbits, the sun and the moon revolving around the earth in epicycles. Next up, number 2 is this. Not the letter O, but the number 0. Now, one thing to note that the digit 0 has always been linked to ancient philosophy of nothingness and is one of the many examples of intermeshing of science and math, along with combining it with spirituality and philosophy in ancient India. Indians, however, were the first to use 0 as a symbol and also in arithmetic operations, although Babylonians used 0 to signify the absent. In those early times, a blank space was used to denote 0. Later, when it created confusion, a dot was used to denote 0. Around the time of 500 AD, when Aryabhata was alive, he then gave the new symbol for 0, which we now know as this. Moving on to binary numbers. Binary numbers were first described by Pingala around 200 BC. Pingala is a traditional name of the author of the Chandasatra, which is the earliest known Sanskrit treatise on prosody. And prosody is the patterns of rhythm and sound used in poetry. Now, for all the people who just love math in school, the decimal system as well as the quadratic system was also created by Indians. It was in the 7th century CE when Brahmagupta found the first general formula for solving quadratic equations. The decimal system, or the Hindu number system, which was a precursor for the Arabic numeric system, was developed in India between the 1st and the 6th century CE. Next up, we have carburized steel. Ancient Indians had mastered the production of high-quality steel more than 2,000 years before the process finally became simplified in Britain and Europe. The legendary Indian wood steel was a source of great wonder to other great civilizations from ancient Greece to Persia, as well as from Arabia to ancient Rome. It was so advanced and so much value was put on it that it was selected by King Porus as a gift over what Alexander the Great offered him, which was gold and silver. Now let's talk about water on the moon. One of the independent India's most notable contributions to modern space exploration happened between 2008 and 2009 with Chandrayaan-1, the Indian Space Research Organization's first dedicated lunar mission. The ISRO's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle carried both ISRO and NASA instruments, of which the Indian Moon Impact Probe first detected the presence of water on the moon. Now, there's always jokes about this next invention, flushed toilets, because people tease India all the time because of the accessibility issues that they have with toilets. However, flush toilets were first used in the Indus Valley civilization. These existed in most homes and were connected to a sophisticated sewage system. The civilization was very prominent in hydraulic engineering. Now, a lot of what we see printed in this world is due to the invention of ink. Many ancient cultures and civilizations independently discovered and prepared ink for writing purposes. Now, the source of the carbon pigment used in ancient Indian ink called musi was Indian. Way back since the 4th century BC, the practice of writing with ink with a sharp-pointed needle was common in South India. Now, all you ladies, I'm telling you, probably would die without this next invention, shampoo. Gotta make that hair shiny and clean. The word shampoo derives from champo. It was initially used as a head massage oil for the Nawabs of Bengal during the Mughal Empire around 1762. It then evolved into shampoo over the years. Now, in every bathroom, in every home around the world, we see shampoo. Now let's talk about these little things. Not the mic, but the button. I don't know if you can see it right here. Buttons were first used in Mohenjo-daro for ornamental purposes rather than for fastening pieces of clothing together, you know? Back when they were first used, as I mentioned, in Mohenjo-daro, it was an Indus Valley civilization around 2000 BC. So those were just 10 of the amazing Indian discoveries and inventions that have impacted our world today. Definitely by no means are those the only ones. If you guys really enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Give it a thumbs up as well, and if you want a part 2, leave it down below. India has long since been a major contributor with these discoveries and inventions that we took a look at that again helped shape the global society as we know it today. To the nation of India, we can all share in sharing these 2 words. Thank you. Hey guys, now before you get on out of here, you can check out our playlist right here for a lot more facts about India, or have a look at one of our other videos on a different place and facts from around the world. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in another video.